Hello everyone, welcome to week 2 day 3 of the Guild Wars, and today is the Red Day. As many of you may know from last week, Red Day was the only day that we ended up losing the previous week, so hopefully we will be able to push through this time with a win. I'm going back to the basics and am basically using the very first team that I ever created, which is Crimson Bat, Valkyrie, Draculus, and instead of doing Death, which was what I was originally going to do, we're going to be doing Void Portal, as that has a summon, and I put Death there prior to knowing how powerful summoning would be within the context of Guild Wars. So yeah, we're going a standard +2 red, +1 yellow, -1 brown, pretty common with a Valkyrie, especially since we're not using any brown. And we should be able to kill out everything with this. Worst comes to worst, we have a Void Portal that can summon. Draculus 2 also has immunity. I've noticed quite a few people have been running this team. We haven't lost to it yet, though it is pretty scary with those Devourers. So let's see what we can do. Of course, we'll want to get our Valkyrie up pretty quick. It will want to be our first priority if we can, since using a single Crimson Bat isn't going to help us a great deal against a team like that. We just need to get a huge amount of mana going. Of course, there's a 5 times a brown when we don't even use brown. I'm still going to have to take it because, well, we just got to remove it from the board. There are a bunch of Skull Distracts. I may go for a red instead of the yellow there, since taking that yellow, or then again, we can take the skull into the yellow. Might take that. It'll still give him a Skull Distract in the corner, and we get double skull too. Might be able to kill the first Sippers before it can do anything. Even though they have 50% mana, they are still very much killable, and I think I'm going to go for it, just play it safe. Should have waited one more turn until he got a little bit more mana, because the other one has just as much mana as him. But of course, only 50% chance to devour there, as long as it can't even devour our summoner either, which is pretty nice. So we'll always have that as a backup. We'll get our Valkyrie up right there. It is about to get shields, but we can pop them simply with a Crimson Bat cast there. So we'll throw down the Crimson Bat, do that first. We can actually kill him before he really... Oh no, he's going to get it off now. I was going to say we might be able to kill him before he even decides to cast, but he denied that dream. So we'll go for a bunch of greens here. We do not need greens as badly as he does, so we'll move those from the board, get some skulls out of it. That will just pop the shield for the most part. But the main thing I needed from that was all of the manas that we end up getting. I think we'll go for a blue here, just so we can do a Crimson Bat into a Draculus. So just deciding which one exactly I'm going for. We'll go for that one, it looks like. So we'll throw down the Draculus first. I'm pretty sure our Crimson Bat will live from whatever he does. I'm just doing this so we gain a little bit more HP. Otherwise, we would have only gained 3 HP instead of the full amount on the Nature Guardian there. It does look like he's going to get a summon. Not really anything I can do about that. Actually, I can. We can try Skull Distracting for long enough. We can only do Skull Distract, I believe, for 1 turn, unless we can do something this turn. We might not be able to recover from that summon, or at least a delay from it. So we'll have to go and cast right over here. There's another Skull Distract, so never mind. We might be able to recover and completely dodge it out. It looks like it. All you have to do now is just use a Crimson Bat, and then just Draculus, and we have negated out the summon, which would have cost us about 30 seconds to a minute. It wouldn't have cost us the lose, though it could have gotten a Devour, which would have cost us like 2 or 3 minutes. But there we go. All of it goes down, and we are good to go. Also, if you hear any random noises in the background, there are still people doing stuff on the house, the heating and cooling system, so not much I can do about that at the moment. But let's go into the second battle. We'll most likely just be using this team every single time. Pretty common with the Mass Deafening, with the, of course, the Death Mark Everything trait, and the Famines might be a little bit annoying with their stuff as well. So we'll see what we can do here. We'll want to, of course, focus the Valkyrie first. Pretty much most of these battles we'll want to go for the Valkyrie first. There's very few instances where we'll want to go for the Crimson Bat first, and those generally will be whenever we need to do a lot of skull damage, as our Crimson Bat does do twice as much damage whenever they have their HP reduced. And we're actually doing that right now because we got the Cursed at that 25% chance to hit HP. So if we take this skull right here, which I'm not actually going to do because I do not want him to die, but if we were to take a skull, we would end up placing a twice as much damage onto him. We'll see that eventually, but we'll get the Skull Distract right there. There's really no point in taking skulls against this team because he's using the Death Knight in first slot, and of course If he dies, the only thing he's going to do is just death mark our entire team, and we do not want that happening whatsoever. So let's see, there are a couple yellow right there, so we'll get that, get our Valkyrie going. And okay, still up. Really do not want to have to remove these yellow here, but we might have to, so we will. They'll replenish themselves a little bit onto the board, but might be a little hard to get Valkyrie up here after. At least we're denying Famine in the process as well, since he too requires those manas. So we'll go for Crimson Bat. Our magic is going down by the turn, so this might be our last Crimson Bat cast, and we might just have to let him die from here. I might even just hold his ability and kind of just wait until we get another cast off, such as taking reds for our Valkyrie. Since there's not as many yellows on the board anymore, we might just have to do that. Plus all of our blues go into our Draculus, as long as he doesn't get his Famine up, which he is working towards. As long as he doesn't get his Famine up. I actually should have taken that the previous turn. So purple doesn't do anything for us, though we can get a blue drop. The skull is exactly enough to kill. So I think now is the time to Crimson Bat. We'll throw that down. We will take this purple in hopes that we get a random blue drop off the top. Let's just take that first real quick, and all these other little scraps laying around. And oh, nice yellow as well, very much needed. And can we get the blue? Nope, we did not get the blue. We get the cascade. We did not get the drop for the extra turn. So do we take the skull or do we not take the skull? It's only 42 damage. It's really only going to hit his armor. The HP on all of them are already so reduced that we might as well just let him die. He'll die to that skull right there, of course. Don't really gain any other benefit from doing our turn here. I don't want to do the purple because that will give him a skull. This purple may give him a skull distract or a free turn on skulls. If I take the blues, the only problem with this is he no longer has a skull distract, meaning he might go for some kind of other mana, but I think I am going to go for that. Nothing else, we can always cast him one last time before he goes down, or nope, he'll just go down right there. So we'll take a red to get our Valkyrie up. We are on the +2 red, so that is guaranteed full mana right there. We of course have the Void Portal to replace our bat to make sure we still retain full value. So much so, I think I'm just going to throw it down right now. That or we could go for the red. Either of them are a pretty decent option. I might just go for the red here. I'm just scared of what he might do in the following turn. It's only going to be a death, so let's actually wait on it. The fewer slots we have on our team, the less things he can hit. So we'll throw down the Draculus, who still has this nice 25 damage to everyone. One more of those will be enough. That will kill both the Famines. So if we can just get some blue alignment, we can actually win right here. Of course, I do want to do the portal first. That is extremely important, just to make sure we get the maximum amount of points. This could be the first week that we end up getting the maximum amount of points. And oh, we got Golgotha. Nice. That is one of the better things we could have gotten. Unfortunately, he did just death mark our Valkyrie, which is our primary mana generator of this team. Also, this board looks really bad as far as places for a Valkyrie cast. Well, we'll just take the brown, hope for a cascade on the other brown. We do not get it. Oh yeah, I forgot. We are on a -1 brown because of our banner, so it might be a little hard getting Golgotha up. Not to mention, he's also blocking us on yellow. If we ever get our Valkyrie casted. So I'm probably just going to have to hold my Valkyrie cast for the best possible moment. As far as everything else on the board, it does seem like he will go for a purple. I should probably deny him. Not only that, we might need it for our Void Portal again in case we lose something like our Valkyrie, or who knows, we could lose anything at this point to the death mark. So again, we still can't really get a convert, don't have any alignment. I just have to take a standard blue. Start creeping up that Draculus. So we'll do that. One more Draculus will not be enough either because so many turns have gone by that Death has accumulated 32 life and we can only do 25 damage as our max right there. But we will convert out green here, even though he doesn't use green, unfortunately. We do need it for the large amount of mana. And I guess we're just going to kill his hero at this point. We do have our summoning, which is immune to death mark and all that stuff, so we won't really need to worry about him doing anything. We also have Golgotha up, so as long as it doesn't die on the very first turn, we can also cleanse it from our Golgotha, leaving only our Valkyrie dying, and if Valkyrie dies, we can just summon, so that's not too big a deal. We'll throw this down, just double checking that it won't kill. Actually, even if it did kill right now, that would actually be great, but it wouldn't, of course. So we'll throw down Golgotha. It does look like he's about to re-death mark, so I might just wait a turn instead of throwing the Golgotha here. We'll try for Valkyrie. We do not get the Surge, unfortunately. though we do get some cascaded mana. Please just cast your ability. Come on. Good. Okay. So now we can cleanse on our Gorgulfa. There's no chance that he's going to be able to get another death mark on it unless really weird cascades occurs. So we win next turn as long as our Valkyrie doesn't die to that death mark, and if it does, we can replace it with a summon and go from there. But it did not, and we can just kill it with a Draculus. That was really lucky there. Gosh, Gorgulfa, that's, I'm pretty sure, like one of the best things we could summon. Gorgulfa, evolved Gorgulfa, maybe a Death. Actually, Death might be a little bit too clunky in this team. I like it in last slot because it helps Crimson Bat, but just in first slot like that, it would be pretty useless. But there we go. First battle down. Was that really only the first battle? That seems a little long. But no, that was second battle. What am I saying? Okay, but yeah, another very similar team. This one focused a little bit more on getting that Famine up as quickly as possible. Should still be very similar to the previous team. We just don't have to deal with as many death marks, as he can only place a maximum of 1 off its ability. And of course, it still has the traits. I can't put a Corvash on the team, though. It isn't a day like that. And there isn't a single red that has there isn't a single good red troop that really has a stun for the most part. So can't really do that too much. Yeah, we'll just have to go with this. All the other ones just would be way too high of a mana cost, or are just way too weak to use. So we'll stick with this. Just go the true damage route. It's pretty safe since we have the immunity to Death Mark on our Draculus, as well as the full Impervious on the Void Portal. It also works good against Kraken, since they can't devour our Void Portal. So we'll run with this. We'll probably run with this for all 5 battles. It basically is the very first team I created for this, just with the Void Portal instead of the Death. So I might need to try it with Death at least once. The only problem with that is it's really scary, because if we lose our Crimson Bat, which is excessively likely, we lose a pretty substantial amount of points, particularly as we get to these later battles. So I'm probably not even going to risk it, and we'll just go with this safer method for now. So we have our reds, we have our purples, we have all of our colors. We just need to get a Valkyrie. So he is going to do the convert, so I do need to be wary of that as far as where I place everything this turn. He's going to take that yellow pair. His Mercy could help us in theory, though there's not much we can move from this board to really help us out. So I'm just going to go for some purple. That will reduce his effectiveness of how much HP it gains by 1 or 2. So that did a little something. But we'll go for... Ooh, I can't take this yellow to the right, or else he gets free blues. If I take it down, then I guess we'll just have to take it down. So we'll do that. We do get our... We didn't get a surge there. So we really need yellows. Gosh, I almost want to try cascading for them, and just looking for the Skull Distract. He'll take that. If we take the skull, there's a chance we take the yellow there, since we do get the green as well as we take it. So I think I am going to go for the skull. His Marilith hits extremely hard with 50% extra bonus stats. So we do need to watch out for that, or else our Crimson Bat will die very, very, very early. Another way we can always get our Valkyrie up, of course, is exactly what just happened there. A huge red fall. Couldn't even speak quick enough. Huge red fall right there, giving us all the mana we need. Crimson Bat, do we take the skull or do we not take the skull? It's still not on 2 times damage. I think I am going to go for it, simply because Marilith's attack is just excessively high this week. She has the highest base attack of any troop this week. So definitely a nice one to have just kind of lurking around in your team for those really big pokes. I believe we hit more though. Yeah, we actually hit more if she is damaged, or if any of them are damaged. So like right now we can just one-shot it. So we'll go for some of our mana here. I might just take it for a green. Yeah, I might just swipe up for a green, and then just cast both of them out. So that will be the plan. Of course, we'll do Draculus first, as if we do not, we will not gain as much HP, because we'll end up hitting down some of their HP value. So we'll do this first, and it'll use Marilith, then hopefully give us a nice board, and not give itself something amazing. It does get a lot of destroys. It destroys almost half the board this week, which is very similar mana generation to a explosion, since explosions only gain 70%, whereas destroy gems gain the full 100%, though we have been reducing its magic, so it did do a little bit less than half the board there. But not too worried about the skull, since its damage is going to be reduced by about half. It was at 62, now it's down to 31 off of his hero. We'll take our yellows here, hopefully into yellows on the additional turn as well. So we'll do that. There's a lot of blues on the board. I don't think he'll be able to distract all of them. His Mercy is gonna kind of be helping us right here because he denies out the mana that he needs, which is kind of funny. So he'll be helping us. He will be getting an extra turn right there. There's not really anything I could do about it. Well, I guess I could have taken the purple into the yellow, but we'll go and just hunt down for another yellow, and then we're pretty much good to go. As soon as we get that yellow, we cast it, get our blues, get both of them up, cast them, done. So, Skull Distract, I guess we can Skull Distract a couple times, won't really matter. The main thing I'm worrying about is getting them both killed at the same time, as there is a chance that if we don't do that, that he'll get the death marks off on his hero. So from here forth, I need to just ignore every single skull that goes on the board. We can survive at least 2 more shots, 3 depending on how many casts we get. So Draculus will just end up getting here. So he'll get distracted by that skull. We'll do a... Okay, we're fine. Yeah, there's nothing that can really get in the way. He'll just take the skull there. We'll do... I'm not even going to worry about order here. We already won. So we'll do that just for a little bit extra HP in case if something extremely random happens. Though he would die even if he did somehow get another skull off of that. But we'll do our Draculus, and that is match. Still keeping all of them. Luckily, Death Mark, when you actually win, can't just randomly kill you. That would be even more annoying if it's like, yay, we just won. No! The Death Mark just killed me in retaliation. Hey, an Arcane Trait Stone. Nice. I've been getting really lucky with those lately. But there we go, red, blue, arcane. I think I already have like 100 of them sitting around, but another one is always helpful in case we ever need them again. So here we go, on to Loke XXX. And let's see what we're up against here. Oh gosh, why are they all using Famine Death with death marks? This is like 90%, no, not 90%, but this is about half of what people are using. Just the Death Knight class with Famine and Death. Though he's using Creeping Death instead of the new Crypt weapon. So he is changing it up from some of his other people out there. So at least he's being a little more creative with it. But yeah, this team is so much everywhere. And everyone that doesn't have this is using some kind of Devour Quick team or some kind of other weird Deathmark spam team. But yeah, it's a little annoying. Luckily, this team on at least this day is half immune to Deathmark, so we don't need to deal with it as much. And one of those 2 immunes is indeed our Summoner, which some colors do not have reliably. So that's pretty nice. As long as we can get our Valkyrie off, we have infinite summons on something that has Impervious. So not even Devour. If Devour ever becomes more of a thing, we'll be able to get through it. Currently, more people are using Deathmark than Devour, which I'm kind of glad, because I find Devour to be more annoying than Deathmark personally. Of course, just randomly dying to Deathmark is always annoying. But at least with Devour, you kind of know it's coming. But the problem with Devour is a lot of the percents on Devour are a lot higher than what a Deathmark has as far as killing. And of course, Great Maul, they can somehow Mercy into that miraculously. That's a 100% chance that it will Devour on its cast, which can be very, very devastating, especially if it aims at something that's important on your team. Please don't take that yellow. Thank you. Oh no, but he ruined me being able to take it. So, oh well. I'm just going to have to take the Red Surge. Red Surge will be enough mana. Perfect. So there we go. Oh gosh, he's reducing down my magic. I hate when he does that. Makes Crimson Bat a lot less effective, of course. So we're going to go for Draculus right here. I'm not even going to worry about casting our Bat yet. I'm just going to get that all the way to max. And get a lot of skulls down. I do have to be wary because if we do kill out his hero, he's going to Deathmark us. I might just do that now, though. We already have our Valkyrie cast. We have everything as far as mana. I think I might just kill him. Do we go for it or do we not? No, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to kill it all for true damage. We already have Valkyrie up, but we might be able to kill him before we even do anything to his team. Plus, we'll be able to kill them all at the same time now. So if we can just get this off on green or purple. He ruined it slightly. He ruined it a lot because now we only get it 4 times the green. And we can't even do it on purple now. So that did slightly ruin the plan. I'm just going to have to take a couple turns to try to get some kind of alignment going. He can have all the skulls, not really mattering much about that. We have our Void Portal ready to go at any moment now. Oh, if only we could do it on Brown. That would be really nice right there. That would be a nice cast. Oh well, we'll have to swipe those Browns. And purple is some mana, not enough. Greens appears to be the only extra turn. Doesn't look like we'll really get enough value out of it though, but I think I'm going to go for it and just hope we get some nice cascades going. Can we get anything? Can we get anything? No. But we can kill out his hero, which I kind of don't want to do. I think I'm just going to go for a double blue right here. And the only problem with this is I believe we give him 3 skulls. Where exactly will this drop it? It'll be there, there, there. And then we do that 3. Oh, we take a skull out of it and deny him. If I'm looking at that right, we kill his hero, and he does not get a skull. It is highly possible that I'm not looking at that right. Okay, that ruined what I was doing. That skull should have been paired with that other skull. No! Oh well. Well, that went a little bit different. We have a bit of a problem here as well, since he does have Famine getting ready to fire. That is really, really annoying. Yep, there goes the Famine. Though we did just get a cleanse. So that is one thing going for us. I don't have a Crimson Bat anymore, so I can't just go for the kill there. We'll give him the Skull Distract, so we don't have to deal with him. We have to waste at least 2 turns. If we can somehow get Draculus all the way to full mana right now, would be amazing. It does not look like we have any extra turn other than red, but I think we're going to have to at least try for it. And we'll do the summon if we can't do our Draculus. But I need to get more Skull Distractions. If I can just set up another Skull Distraction, get a Blue Surge, get that... Oh wait, we don't need that we don't need that purple. Well, we might be able to extra turn off that purple. I might just wait a well, no, but he's going to take that skull. Well, it depends what skull he takes. I don't know if I should try going for this purple or not here. I think I'm going for it. The 1 in 7 chance. Can we get it? Go! Purple Storm, Dark Storm, go! I think I'm going to go for it. Nope, we didn't get it. Oh, we didn't even get the blue right there either. That would have been enough mana if it surged. Okay, he still has another Skull Distract. The only problem with that is I have to give up 2 turns. Oh! Oh, there is something we can do. Oh, there is. We take this blue, it surges. He takes the top skull. We summon, we use Draculus, we win. But he needs to take the top skull. If he takes the bottom skull, it'll ruin this plan. Oh, and we didn't get to... Oh, but we got off the top. Please take top. No, ruined plan. No. Wait, how much damage is that? No, that will win us the battle. No. It's like, no, we're going to win. But if I want to win with full points, I got to let him famine us right here. And hopefully he doesn't aim at Valkyrie. No. Okay, we're going to have to. I don't really have much of a choice. So, yeah. We'll summon. Hey, Hellcat. At least we can get our reds back pretty quick. Oh, that's funny. I just realized we summoned Hellcat on a red day. That's actually really amazing. I just now noticed it. It took me a second to process. It's like processing. There we go. Hellcat on a red day. That's actually insanely powerful. If it can live. The problem is if it can live, it's a little flimsy. But all we have to do is... actually, I should probably take the yellow instead. It denies his famine as well. And of course it doesn't surge. I should have just went for the purple. I do have a higher purple surge chance. Not by much. But, yeah, I probably should have just went for the purple. Oh, well. I need to get his mana up before he gets another famine. Would be amazing. The only problem is there is very little red on this board. Even if we do get Hellcat up, what will we aim it at? There's almost no options really laying around. Looks like we'll just have to do it off of Valkyrie instead, which, of course, all we really need to do now, as long as none of them die in this time, is just need to get Draculus up for his cast that he just lost from the Famine Drain. Okay, so as far as options, we do have brown, though it doesn't extra turn. We have yellow, no extra turn. I do not see any extra turn off this, not even for Cascade purposes. So I will have to go for something like a yellow here, get the last of that mana. He's reduced down to like nothing on all of his stats at this point. But do we have alignment on either of them, a Hellcat or a Valkyrie? Does not look like either color has alignment, so we'll just have to get these skulls out the way. They're kind of blocking us. We don't actually need the damage from it, we just need the skulls to not be there. So we'll do that. We get some blues, which I didn't really want. I wanted more blues on the board, not less. He does have his Death ready to go, and still, to this turn, we do not have a option that we can put down. He is going to waste his turn on the skull right there, though. So at least we have that. I might just need to throw the Hellcat here just to get our... since we're going to lose him anyways, we won't be having the value from that anymore. So we'll throw that down. He's going to get the Death off. The only thing that might do is just randomly kill our Valkyrie, which would be annoying, though wouldn't be the end of the battle. One thing I do need to make sure I do right now, though, is start getting up our Void Portal for the mana, because again, we're in the same situation. Oh wait, never mind, I can't actually kill him this time. So never mind, we can throw our Void Portal now. So many turns have gone by that the Death now has enough HP to survive a cast from us. So, yeah. Really? That many turns have gone by, so we'll throw that down, get the Void Portal. Nope, not all the way up yet. Oh, yes, yes, yes it is. So all we have to do now is Draculus, Void Portal. Actually, I might Void Portal first, because there is the slight possibility that the Valkyrie will die. Oh no, actually, let me do the... Yeah, let me do this first. Get those famines out the way, just in case they randomly decide to drain us again. So we'll do that. We'll get our protection up to make sure it doesn't die. And then we get a nice Valkyrie cast. I don't know if I should Valkyrie now or not. I think I might. So we'll get our Valkyrie down, just in case it randomly dies next turn. I did do it on purple, which was probably a bad idea, because if it does die, then it's going to take us a while to get that up. But all we have to do now is not die on our Valkyrie next turn, and we are good to go. Also, has anyone noticed, have we even died to Deathmark at all the last 3 days? I don't think we have. Like, the first day, the second day, and the third day on this week. Though I need to knock on wood. I don't have any wood. Oh no, we're gonna die next turn. Okay, so we'll throw down the portal here. Get our summon in. Herald of Chaos, that's pretty nice. He has Deathmark. Deathmark, all the Deathmarks. And we do end up living, so there we go. Kill it out with a Draculus. A little bit more of an annoying battle than I wanted, but there we go. We still end it with all 4 troops. And we chopped off their head, apparently. So, there we go. And we just have the final battle now. So let's see what we have. We have the Orban 111, the Herald. Oh, come on, please. Someone use a different team. Well, round 3? Is this round 3? Round 4? It depends if you count the other one. Let's just call it round 3 against this. Well, we beat it twice, or 3 or 4. I don't even know how many times at this point. If you count out every single time in Guild Wars, I think I've fought this team like 15 to 20 times. But here we go. Let's do it for the 20 billionth time. Well, nothing we really need to change. It seems to be working. We already have data that shows that it will indeed work. I'm not going to bother switching for the death, because obviously that will hurt us more than it will really help us. Because we have no intention on killing his first slot as quickly as possible. If there was an intention to do so, we could possibly switch out the Void Portal for a death. But that still seems very risky. That's more of a PvP kind of thing to do rather than a Guild Wars thing, because not having a summon on any Guild Wars battles can be pretty annoying. And the fact that this has Impervious is pretty nice, since that does negate out all of the really big Deathmark and Devour counters that tend to appear in the Guild Wars system. But we'll do this, fight it for another time, and see what happens here. An okay starting board. Could be better, could be worse. We did not end up getting the HP proc at the beginning, so we will not be doing twice as much skull damage, which I think is actually a benefit when we're up against this team, because if we do end up doing twice as much damage, that just makes it easier for him to get a early Deathmark kill on us. And if that's on something like our Valkyrie, it could set us back just a little bit. So we're going to take this yellow first, then we're going to try for the other yellow, which does have a potential blue extra turn on it. So that'd be amazing if we could end up landing that. And we do indeed land the blue extra turn. Really nice. We'll go for a red surge here. If it surges, we do get both of them their mana up. If not, won't be a big deal. We'll only end up getting the bad up. Just thinking of which one we should do here as far as the 2 options. I think I'll do this one. And unfortunately, we do not get the surge, and our Valkyrie is 1 mana short. That is very unfortunate. He does have double famine and somehow has not hit our HP once yet, until next turn, because I just said it. But we'll go on our purple here. Oh gosh, nothing is wanting to surge, though we do end up getting the yellow extra turn underneath it at least. So we do need to make sure we get that mana up. No point in casting it now, of course, but we'll throw that down. Okay. We do have our Draculus. He will take blue and a skull if he goes for that skull. Hopefully he'll go for the other skull first. There's really no point in me taking that, since we already have kind of all of our mana going for it. I could take it downwards into a red and hope it extra turns. Actually, I might go for that. We'll try doing that. So we'll take the skull right there. We do not get the red that time, but at least we have our Valkyrie up a little bit. Oh, I do give him some free blues, so me trying to deny him getting some blue did not really work out. So it does look like we are going to lose our Crimson Bat. That's pretty much a given in most of these battles, is going to die, even if we try spamming his ability to gain as much HP. If we're going to be skull distracting, he doesn't have any skull resistance, so he goes down pretty quick. So we'll throw our Draculus now too, get a huge amount of HP on him. Worst comes to worst, we win off a Draculus. Though it is likely that they're not killing our portal either. Because one nice thing about the portal, even though it doesn't seem like much, it does gain 1 armor every single time they cast. And that can end up accumulating anywhere from about 5 to 30 armor in these kind of battles. So that definitely stacks up. I give it some brown, which I probably shouldn't have. I forgot it actually uses brown because it does cover everything with the Famine Death combo. I'm so used to me not using brown this battle that I thought he doesn't either. But oh well. We need yellow. I hope he doesn't death mark our Valkyrie here. That could set us back a little bit as far as the progression of this battle. I can Skull Distract, though he kills our Crimson Bat if I do. And I don't have mana yet on the other one, so I'm going to hold off on him just killing out our Crimson Bat. Oh, perfect. All it does is hit our last slot, which is impervious. So, yeah, good job. That weapon is very, very bad at aiming. I feel like they should just make it always hit the first enemy, just so the AI uses it correctly. Because the AI has not the slightest clue what it wants to use that weapon for. It does some of the weirdest kind of casts ever. So, we'll lose our bat finally. It's somewhat beneficial. Now we can just replace it out with our summon there and kind of go on from there. I will leave Valkyrie up in first slot for a little amount of time, mainly because her losing magic means nothing, since the only thing that affects is soul gains. So right here we do have a bit of a bad situation, since if I don't get a Skull Distract, he will be getting a pretty huge drain on us, to the point that I won't even be able to summon. So let's see if we can try setting up that Skull Distract. Let's see, which way has the higher chance? I believe this way. Can we get something? Can we get something? Come on. We need those skulls alignments. I might just have to use a Valkyrie here just for the purpose of aligning skulls, even though we don't gain any benefit from it. Oh, we can kill him with Oh, wait, never mind. We could just use Draculus. What am I doing? I can just use Draculus into a summon, into hopefully those greens and everything are still there. And that'll be a match. So I didn't realize he's already so low, so this will not kill him. So we will still have a turn to do our summon. All we need is our Valkyrie not to die for 2 turns. So there's 1 turn. Oh, don't kill him. Don't kill him. He gets Skull Distracted too, so he can't even re-death mark us. And all I need now... Oh, I should have used Valkyrie this turn just in case it died. Oh, hey, look at that. Mizmer. Mizmer, of course, was added this week, and could be an option for purple days during the Guild Wars. As far as things I'm going to be using on purple for this week, I'm most likely going to be using the new Elamagrim mythic that is coming out tomorrow, that many of you guys will probably know about. I'll be doing the video and everything for that, teams, and we'll be showing it on stream and all of everything. But let's go and end him out. We won't actually be able to use Mizmer, unfortunately, especially in a team like this. Especially since a good majority of his value comes from his final trait. He does have immunity to Deathmark, though, which is kind of funny. So now our whole team is immune to Deathmark, other than our Valkyrie, which is currently Deathmarked. And yeah, I don't even need to waste my turn doing that, but I guess we'll do that. But all we have to do now is just Draculus, and then boom, down it goes. So there we go. That was a solid 3-win, or 5-win, I should say. And well, 3 days of winning. But yeah, we just have to do another 3 days, and this will be our first ever perfect week. Not quite sure if we'll be able to keep it up for every single time. We'll be definitely a lot different on Purple Day, because as I mentioned, we will have the Mythic of Elamagrim, and I may end up using the Mizmer as well. I'm definitely going to be using Elamagrim, though. The main problem with Mizmer and any of the Guild Wars troops that were kind of added to be used in Guild Wars, the main issue with them is they don't actually have a direct mana generation. At least with the Guild Guardians like Justice, Courage, Humility, all those, they do have a board control spell that can give them mana. Technically, these give mana too, but it's only through Storm, so they don't have any direct extra turn capability compared to all of the other Guardians. So, yeah, Blue Day should be relatively safe since we can use Corvash and stuff. The only other day that we could probably lose on is Brown, not only because we're up against Interim, but because we might not have enough Brown options. Of course, Gorgoltha will be our solid tank, but as far as summons, there aren't really too many. What exactly am I even using on my Brown Day? I need to double check that real quick, just to kind of show you guys, because I know you guys do want me talking about the upcoming days. You can always ask any questions too, but I know for sure I'll be using a Gorgoltha. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Cerberus on its final trait does have the summons. It isn't the most consistent of teams, but it has the tank, it has the stun off of Emperor Corvash, which you can most notably use to stun their hero that places Deathmark on all of your allies, so you don't have to deal with Deathmark. The only problem with this team is we do not have immunity to Deathmark on our summon, and none of the Browns, I don't believe, have immunity, at least not the ones that can actually summon. There are things like Fortress Gate and weird things like that that do have immunity to it, but none of them actually have a summon like the Sybaris does. But yeah, we'll probably run with something like that. Regardless of what you have, you'd most likely want it centered either around Gurgulfa, Emperor Corvash, or the Sybaris, or all three if you happen to have all three. Do keep in mind if you do use the Sybaris, you most likely want it fully traded. Same with Emperor Corvash, though. If you don't, you just have to feed him mana pretty quick. And Gurgulfa definitely does, because you need it for his Granite Skin. Plus, hey, if he dies, has that slight chance to still summon something, preserving those points. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for this video. If you guys have any other questions about the Guild Wars, or about the new Mythic tomorrow, reduce all, its legendary ability has reduces all attack on all enemies. It has Impervious if they are not going to change it, which is going to be really nice. It's going to be a brown, red, purple dragon from Dragon's Claw, so it's going to be really good on purple days since it does create purples as well, kind of like Fairish Ra, except it actually spawns instead of a convert. But that'll wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.